Okay. Now we're in Storybrooke. Virginia is still talking to Hopper. She tells Hopper that she still has Daniel in her mausoleum. And he says that she needs to let him go. If she always has the reminder, then she will not get over it and be stuck in the past. She stops the session and leaves. It's raining hard outside, and Regina is heading home in her car. She almost gets hit by a car, so she stops and sees Daniel. She looks away to undo her belt, and the next time she looks up, Daniel is gone. Oh my god, it's Ghost Daniel. Or not. Charming and Henry go to the stables at Storybrooke. Aw, poor Henry haven't been sleeping very good, missing his mom. And I love that gray and black horse. I like the look of it much better than the one that Henry got. All the things Charming tells Henry to do before he can ride the horse. Okay, I love horses, and my mom knows so much more about them than I do, but about riding them. But was I the only one who thought that whole talk was just odd and unnecessary? When the horse tells you, okay, well, Henry, so you have anything to tell me? Horse shaking its head. Regina goes to her grave vault thingy. Okay, question in that ep where Henry found the vault and Charming came and got him. Didn't he say that he was going to make sure that no one would find or get in that place ever again? How did Will get in? And Regina. I thought Charming meant everyone, and it looked like he did jack shit. Regina goes through a door and finds that Daniel is gone from his glass coffin. Oh, snap. I have something to add here. I was listening to another podcast, and it mentioned that some people thought that maybe it wasn't last episode, but the one that I was just talking about, that Charming went in there to get Henry, that it actually wasn't Charming, it was actually Regina in disguise. And that, I didn't know if I really believed that, except for that part. If it was, that kind of makes sense, saying that it was...
That it was still open.
Yeah, since nothing
she's trying not to use magic. That would require magic usage, right?
Yeah.
That was like before, though, wasn't it?
Was that before she said that she wasn't going to use magic?
Well, I assume when she put the book away, that was the end of her magic usage.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that if she was her, they would have shown it and her like flipping and using magic and stuff.
Yeah.
True.
I think if it was her, they would have made a bigger deal out of it.
And there's another thing mentioned when they were saying that is, remember Charming in this episode, he was shocked that Regina has hearts in her vault? They passed hearts in that vault, and you could hear something. So
you think if that would have been him,
he would have remembered there's vaults in there.
Yeah.
Unless he couldn't hear it, and it was just Henry hearing it, or no one could hear it.
Or unless he was too busy looking for Henry to notice.
Right, to notice.
Right. Something.
That place is huge. It looks like there's a lot of turns and corners and rooms and everything, so...
Yeah, there's like a special cardio part.
Right. Right.
Okay, well, later...
About the horse thing.
Okay.
Real quick. Okay. The whole horse thing, if you remember, David was training him to be a knight.
Yep.
Knights go through squirehood first. And so that's probably what David was getting him ready for, was the whole squire thing as opposed to the knighthood right away.
Right.
That would be,
Pumping the stalls, brushing the horses, that is squire work, not knight work.
Could I add something to that, though?
Sure.
What does the false prince know about knighthood?
I know.
I sure know something because he was raised in that time period, but I keep thinking that the writers keep forgetting that he was a shepherd until,
shepherd, no.
like, this age and he was a prince for a year and now he knows how to sword fight, he knows all the ins and outs of knighthood. I'm like, what? Okay.
And maybe the whole thing about knighthood is a well-known thing. Maybe they know that you've got to be a squire before knight. I mean, I want to think that most of the medieval, people knew about, the order of becoming knight. But that's just me.
You know what I want? I really want to see if there was like a mentor, like that transition between like him becoming a prince and him still being a shepherd. What if like he had a mentor that wasn't the king and just taught him that's how he knows the process? Like he taught him as a knight because that's kind of the same idea.
Like Prince 101.
Like the
He turns out to be Merlin.
Ooh.
No.
Yeah, we want you, Lord.
Already had Lancelot.
But you see what I'm getting at too? Is yes, may not know, or yes, it may not be the prophet's knight, but if he's getting, but if he's training Henry to be a knight, the normal practice is squire knight.
Right.
And that's what I know about Arthurian legends and history and that sort of thing.
And he comes from a time period when horses were a very precious commodity. I mean, they were a car, basically.
Right,
so
right.
You're not going to let a little kid drive. Like, you want them to be able to know how a car works and respect the car.
He's never been around.
Maybe that's what
He probably just wants to toss them on and like, okay, adventure.
Just hang on. Just hang on. Whoa.
I think he doesn't want to end up how Snow was, on a runaway farm.
Oh yeah.
Snow.
But on that, I think Regina needs to teach Henry how to ride a horse because she was obviously an accomplished horse riding person.
Yeah, she'll come in and
Maybe that's what they're getting at.
I hope so because that would be adorable.
Because after all, she knew that, anyway, that's another.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Anyway, go ahead.
Okay, Zyger, are you all done? I mean,
Yeah.
sorry, I keep calling you that. I need to call you Clever.
Look at your shit.
Okay, you Red, do you have anything else?
No, I'm good.
Okay, Jello?
Okay, I had something to say, and it was gonna be awesome, and it was like a really huge thing that I'm trying to remember. I really want to see Henry become like a major horse whisperer. Like listening to the horse and then just like figuring out the whole body language and stuff for horses. And that'd be cool. I think that would make me really happy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, and then the whole thing where you kind of see Daniel, but you kind of don't. That was totally Halloween. If you've ever seen that movie, where you kind of see Michael Myers and then you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I kept on waiting for the music to come in. So I was like, oh my gosh, that is so Halloween. I don't know. I'm just
Pretty sure it's the most scary movie.
Yeah, well, that's the one I saw. So, by the way, I love Michael Myers so much because he's such a trooper. But anyway, it's
They
sad.
like my fighting Austin Powers.
That was what I thought first before I saw the movie. Because I saw the movie like a couple months ago. I'll be honest, my cousin made me watch it, and I was like, oh, okay.
I have not seen it.
Oh, really? Oh, yes. There's one version of it where he gets like decapitated, and then he comes back anyway because he's just such a trooper.
Yay, my favourite lens to get knocked off.
No. Anyway, so I don't know. Yeah, I would have been a little upset though if I had been Henry and he's like, "Nope, you don't get to ride," and be like, "What?" You brought me to a stable so I could. No. You could have. Oh no, I would. He seemed to take it pretty well though. So. I do like the tinsel though. I know the gray was pretty, but I like the fur. Cute. Patchy. I like it. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, Holly, do you have anything else? Or anything? Holly?
Oh, sorry. Well, actually, I did some horse riding lessons, and it was about 2 hours, and for the first hour, we had to look out the stables and stuff. So apparently, I was being trained to be a squire as well. We were paying them. Crazy.
That seems like kind of legit, but no.
Yeah, and I only went like a couple of times. I can sort of ride it. Wasn't it, Mum? Sorry, tangent. Yes. That is my answer.
Okay. Okay, so I'll just keep going then. Back in Fairy Tale Land, Rumple is spinning for gold. Virginia is there wanting to start her next training session. He wants to know if she did all her soul searching and wants to know what she wants. He wants to know if she can use magic. She wants to know if she can use magic to bring back the dead. He said the same thing, telling the King George in the future that magic can do much, but not that. Kind of makes me wonder if in the past he himself tested it out and found out that it does not work.
What does that mean, I wonder? Did Rumpelstiltskin try to bring somebody back from the dead? And maybe he felt really bad about killing his wife, and then he was like, I can use magic for this, and then do it.
Then again, it's
Fished her out of the ocean.
That'll be a fun day.
testing the limits of power. Like, I wonder if I can raise the dead. Oh, no, they're zombies.
Run away.
Zombie
See, that's what I
apocalypse.
was thinking
Zombie
too. Maybe
apocalypse. I was just like, let's see James' twin brother come back, and whoever else died, I guess. I don't know.
that was my thing. Was maybe he was testing his powers and trying to decide what he could charge people, to do.
Yeah.
What deals he could make.
Yeah, I want to see the trial and error for that.
I know, right?
Well, it'd be interesting. There's some people who think of Davy Jones is Killian Jones's relative or something.
Right.
Well, if Davy Jones is actually a spirit or dead or whatever, maybe Rumpelstiltskin tried doing something with him.
Maybe Mila and Hook had a baby, and Davy Jones.
Oh, there we go.
And that was just a random thought, so please do not actually make that a theory. That's terrible.
Just still mention Davy Jones because all I picture is this guy with the octopus head. I'm sorry.
Which,
I know wrong show, but that's who I picture. It's a squid head.
yeah. Yeah, I know a lot of people really wanted, Once Upon a Time to bring in Jack Sparrow.
Oh yeah.
No. No one can do that. No one can do that role but Johnny Depp, and that's just no.
Right.
That's a lot.
But see, that's also not a story of any sort either, if you think about it.
Right.
That is Disney
That's pure.
generated ride, is what that is.
It's crazy. It's like Disney buying Star Wars. I mean,
Yeah. Oh,
I know.
jeez, don't get me started on that. Oh.
I know.
Well, they bought Marvel, and that didn't crash. I thought I don't know, because I heard people saying, oh no, the Marvel movies that came out, those were before technically Disney bought Marvel, but I was like, I don't know.
I don't know. Was the Avengers made after Marvel bought them?
Yeah, well, that's what I said. Apparently, that was in the works or something, or somebody had written that before. I don't know.
No.
Anyway.
They shouldn't have brought Marvel. They shouldn't have brought Star Wars. They need to focus on making more princess movies.
Yes.
Good ones.
I don't know, or create some sort of story based around a Red Riding Hood.
Yeah, strong female characters. But honestly, I miss the golden age of Disney. I want something aesthetically beautiful as Sleeping Beauty to be put on my screen.
But they can't make Sleeping Beauty 5.
Oh no, I'm not saying make it again. I'm saying make something that legendary, that memorable, because that artistically, musically, and just overall, I love that movie. Yeah, she was a little wishy-washy because they didn't focus on the female character. Sorry, I'm going off.
Okay, over the female character in Once Upon a Time. She's kind of wishy-washy.
I know.
I like Mulan, just saying. like the actual Disney movie.
Okay, I like her costume. She needs to step it up acting-wise.
Yeah.
Does anyone else feel that way?
Yes.
It seems like the actress is probably just like feeling around her role. Like I don't know how an actress gets to that.
To me, she's bipolar. She's like, I'm tough. Oh, no, I'm not.
I know. Some sick people. Get focused.
Sorry.
Okay.